What's up? My name is Weston Evans.
So how did your journey with playing the guitar start?
So, I come from a somewhat musical family. My grandfather played, and then my dad plays bass, and he kind of set all of us up to play some kind of instrument. My brother took up drums first, and then I took up bass at like 6, didn't stick. Then I took up piano, didn't stick, and then I took up bass again later on, and then it finally stuck.
So you didn't do the traditional transition from acoustic to electric?
No, I got serious at bass at the age of 10, and then at 13 I picked up a guitar, and I didn't learn a chord 2 years until I was 15.
Wow.
Because a bass only has 4 strings, and you only play single notes. And so with guitar, I did the same thing. I only played single notes.
Wow.
I didn't play chords on bass, and I didn't play chords on guitar until I was like, oh, I should probably learn this.
So then when did you join the first band, I guess?
So I didn't join my first band until I was 20, like officially joined a band. My brother sent me like a link. He says, "Hey, this band called Spoken is one guitar auditions, right?" And I know Spoken; they're a hard rock Christian band. So I made 3 videos. They won 3 videos. I uploaded them, and then nothing happened, right? I upload them, nothing happened, right? And then fast forward like I think like 6, 8 months, something like that. And then something crazy happened. I woke up early naturally. I woke up like 8:30 by myself,
Wow.
which never happens.
Yeah. That's it.
And I see on my phone, it's a text from Matt Beard of Spoken. He says, "Hey, I was looking for drummers, but I came across your guitar videos. Would you be interested in like sending more videos?"
Wow.
And to put it into context, right? I love rock and roll. I've played it all my life, but I never played a single rock show in my life. I've only played worship. And he says, "Hey, I need you to send me videos of you like headbanging and performing." And basically, for like a month or two straight, I sent him like 8 videos, right? And he says, and Matt Beard is a beautiful human, and he's also very honest. He's like, "Oh, yeah," he's honest. You haven't improved. Your stage presence is terrible. But I want to give you an option. This tour is in 1 week, so you have the option to come out, potentially embarrass yourself and kind of blacklist yourself
Ooh.
from the industry, or we can give you some time and you can work it out. And I knew I had to go. So I went out, got prepared for a week, and then I played my very first rock show with Spoken, and it's an honor. And I'm feeling like the guitar player position I'm taking are positions I saw other like guitars that I watched growing up. You know, here I am. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I was so surprised I didn't get fired after the first show. Then like a few days after we talked, I'm at home like, "Hey, you want to play guitar for St. December and the other 2 bands on tour?" I'm like, you say yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so I think all of 2019, I was like not a member. And then later in the year, they said, "Hey, you just want to join?"
When you were asked that question, what was going on in your mind?
Terror. Imagine it's like deciding to marry somebody. This is a big decision, right? And then I thought it's like, oh, I'm with good people. And so like I told him like, give me a second. You know what I mean? Like I understand the weight of this honor, but this is like a big deal. You know what I mean? And so I decided, you know what? Worst case scenario, I do it for a few years and it doesn't work out, but I'd be dumb to say no. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ended up saying yes. How did that journey go? And like, what did you think about touring with a band like that?
It was intense because Seventh Day Slumber tours more than most bands. Like we averaged about 200 shows a year,
Oh, wow.
and that's not including travel time. So I'm on a bus. Let's just say 250 days out of the year. So like all of 2023, I never saw my house in Texas.
Wow.
Didn't see family. Like it was pretty intense. You know, like eventually I needed a different lifestyle, but it was honestly really cool. It was like not a lot of people got to have the experience that I had. Like when you throw yourself at something, when you involve yourself so heavily in like a job or a ministry or anything like that, make sure you really take care of yourself. Because it's really easy to get caught up in like, wow, what an opportunity, or like, oh, I'm doing what I love, or like, this job is hard, or I don't like this job, or whatever, you know what I mean? something that takes up all your energy that you put everything into, like have that time away from work.
Mm.
You know, have that time to yourself, because it can be like ice cream. Like you can have too much.
Mm.
You got to space it out. I was on the road for just about 6 years with that schedule, and I never took a break.
Wow.
I never turned this off. It got rough. It
Mm.
got really rough. You know, it's getting a little more personal and real here. Like it got really hard towards the end because I never learned how to turn it off.
Mm.
Right, and it was affecting my relationships, how I saw myself. You know, how I treated people. You know, because the way I'm wired, I give 100% because
Mhm.
I can't allow myself not to give you my all, and it's hard to give 100% when you have nothing. I didn't make time. You know, I didn't fly home when I should have flew home because I live with the band. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And like you can live with the most amazing people, but you can be around people too much.
Mhm.
You need a break from people,
Yeah.
especially if you're stuck in a metal tube with them for 250 days out of the year. You know,
Mhm.
I would tell like my biggest advice, and this is it sounds kind of specific to touring, but I think you can apply it just like in just work job. People who can really dig into things, make time for yourself, take care of yourself, make sure you can like really separate,
Mm.
you know, so you can recharge and refresh. So then when you jump back in, you can really be on it.
Yeah.
You know, here and in your trade or your volunteering or whatever it is.
So what are you doing currently with your guitar skills? Because I'm guessing, it's not a surprise that you left the band and left touring behind you.
Yeah, so because I left because like I truthfully I fell out of love with the road life, and I realized, you know what, I think God's calling me somewhere else, and I left amicably. You know what I mean? Like I'm still super cool with him. I just wrote another song with them, and
Oh,
I talked to the guitar players who are filling in right now. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
like it's all cool, but God called me home. And so what I'm doing now, I am a worship leader there. Trinity Chapel, Beaufort, Texas. Come visit us. That is my full-time job. I'm very happy to stay in ministry. That's what I want to do. That's all I want to do is just being ministry. I try to serve my community, serve my church,
Mhm.
and serve people who help serve me, serve them.
Yeah.
You know, and so just yeah. On paper, I left a band that very successful. I've actually achieved success in music. That sounds like a brag, but it's like I actually made a living doing it. I lived a dream.
Mhm.
But now on paper it's like, oh, you went from doing that to being worship at your local church. People would look at that and be like, what? But for me, like, it's success. You know, God called me somewhere and I went. And I'm seeing people grow and people change and like, you know, lives being changed.
Mhm.
You know, it sounds cheesy, but trust God. Like he will he will take you to where you need to go. Be a good steward with what's given to you. Take care of what he's given to you, and he'll take care of you. I mean, he takes care of you regardless, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like yeah. I don't have much more to add to that. You know, it's just have faith, and like you'll get to where you need to be. Just be
Mhm.
faithful.